अगर आपको चाहिए बैक प्रॉब्लम्स, अकेलापन, कार्पल टनल और खूब सारा पैसा, तो let me suggest a career for you, software engineer. Today's video is all about what are the different paths you can follow to learn programming. So वीडियो पूरा देखें, लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और शेयर करें अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ जो प्रोग्रामिंग सीखना चाहते हैं. Even though 5 lakhs engineers हर साल इंडिया में ग्रेजुएट होते हैं, but most of them do not know how to code. And the people who get the job, they don't get the opportunity to grow. Learning how to code can be the best investment you could ever do. और वो भी फ्री में, thanks to all the free stuff on the internet. If you want to learn code, आपको लंबे समय तक कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन को ताड़ना पड़ेगा और कीबोर्ड के बटनों को छेड़ना पड़ेगा until something cool comes out of the other side. आपको आइंस्टाइन होने की जरूरत नहीं है, but you do need to work hard and spend the required amount of time to learn the skill. But there are many other ways you can start your journey to become a software engineer. Traditional way is to get a degree, learn some programming and then get a job. The other way is to get the required skill and land a job based on that skill and get the experience. Software engineering की journey सबके लिए अलग हो सकती है. Each one has their own quest and they have to slay their own dragons. In this video, मैं कोशिश करूंगा to give you some path you can follow to start with programming and give you a brief idea कि IT में कौन कौन सी industry है जहां आप अपनी skill apply कर सकते हो. Back when I started to learn code, my first project was a simple website. But आजकल आप बहुत cool चीजें सीख सकते हो, जैसे games बनाना, websites, IoT projects, mobile and desktop apps, machine learning and data analytics. Now let's go through each of them. Web development. Web development कई तरह से की जा सकती है. Consider you have a Lego box with which you can build almost anything. For now, you can start by downloading VS Code, then write HTML file and understand how the structure of the website works. अब उसमें एक CSS ऐड करके उस वेबसाइट को खूबसूरत बनाने की कोशिश करिए with some custom styling. Now it's time to learn JavaScript to make the website interactive. If you want to get a job, then learn to use JavaScript frameworks because companies don't use JavaScript by itself, but they use these frameworks like React, Angular or Vue, React being the most popular amongst them. That's all about front end, but to build a web app, you also need a back end where you can use services like Firebase or Superbase जो आपको user authentication और एक database देता है. That is enough to you to get started with. But आपको अगर अपना custom server side code बनाना है, then you need to learn Node.js या Spring Boot या .NET Core and understand how HTTP and API works on the internet. And you should be good with one of the object-oriented programming language. You can also use Ruby on Rails, Laravel by PHP for backend. You can integrate your frontend like React, Angular with any backend of your choice, because apparently every other language can be used to build a web app. That's all about web applications. Mobile applications. Web is good, but some applications are better suited for mobile devices. अगर आपको कोई mobile app बनाना है, then you can use their dedicated toolchain. For iOS, you need an Xcode IDE, which means आपके पास एक Mac होना चाहिए क्योंकि ये Windows पे नहीं चलता है. And then you need to learn a programming language called Swift. Android के लिए you pretty much need an Android Studio और आपको Java और Kotlin आती है, then that's सोने पे सुहागा. Even mobile applications needs backend, where you can use Firebase or AWS Amplifier. ये path थोड़ा straightforward है compared to web development, but it is still not easy. Desktop applications. You can build a Mac OS or a Windows app by using Swift programming language या Microsoft का .NET Core. If you want to build a Linux app, you can use their toolkit called GTK. But आप वही platform choose करना जो आपके लिए comfortable है, where you can start building apps for that platform. Now let's come to IoT. If you want to make something with hardware, इसके लिए आपको चाहिए एक Raspberry Pi जो एक छोटा कंप्यूटर होता है. आपको थोड़े लिनक्स के बेसिक्स पढ़ने पड़ेंगे ताकि आप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के बारे में थोड़ा सीख सको. देन यू कैन स्टार्ट लर्निंग पाइथन. पाइथन इज अ वेरी पॉपुलर लैंग्वेज क्योंकि इसे सीखने में ज़्यादा समय नहीं लगता. एंड देन यू कैन डू ऑलमोस्ट एनीथिंग विद इट. अब आपके पास एक ब्रेडबोर्ड होगा जिसको यूज करके आप सर्किट बना सकते हो जो रास्पबेरी पाई से कनेक्टेड होगा. एंड देन यू कैन कंट्रोल द बिहेवियर ऑफ दैट सर्किट बाय योर पाइथन कोड. Once you are done with the basic setup of IoT, अब आप अपना IoT डिवाइस क्लाउड के साथ इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हो जहां वो इंटरनेट के जरिए उससे कम्युनिकेट करेगा. एंड यू कैन बिल्ड अ कूल IoT ऐप जिससे आप रिमोटली अपना AC ऑन कर सकते हो ताकि घर पहुंचने से पहले ही आपका रूम ठंडा रहे. नाउ लेट्स कम टू गेम डेवलपमेंट. मॉडर्न एज डेवलपमेंट फ्रेमवर्क लाइक यूनिटी एंड गडेल जिसका यूज करके आप इंडिपेंडेंटली गेम बनाना सीख सकते हो. वैसे तो C# इज द कॉमन लैंग्वेज फॉर दिस फ्रेमवर्क, बट Gradle provides GD script जो बिगिनर के लिए ईजी होती है. बट सिर्फ इतने से नहीं होगा, यू विल ऑल्सो नीड टू नो फिजिक्स, 3D मॉडलिंग, शेडर्स एंड रे ट्रेसिंग एक्सेट्रा। वंस यू गेट सम एक्सपीरियंस, आप अनरियल इंजन के साथ अपने हाथ गंदे कर सकते हो, which is also C# language based. This is widely used by top tier gaming companies. Machine learning and data analytics, a very trending topic nowadays, जिसके कई सारे use cases हैं, जैसे voice search technologies, image recognitions, automated translations, and self-driven cars. To begin with, you need to have a clear understanding of maths, which is abstracted by machine learning frameworks. You also need to get started with Python, which is very essential for machine learning. Then आप online जाकर कोई कोर्स ले सकते हैं जो आपको machine learning की basic understanding दे. You can also follow similar path for data analytics. Now let's go over to the low level systems. Here you need to know C language. Basically everything is made out of C. Kernels of Mac, Windows, Linux. Also Python interpreter is made with C. Surprisingly, C सीखने के लिए सबसे आसान लैंग्वेज है. I would personally recommend कि आप C के साथ अपनी प्रोग्रामिंग जर्नी स्टार्ट करें, which will give you basics of programming like data types, loops, and conditions. DSA are the most important thing in an interview. Once you get hang of C language, you can start studying algorithms with C. But as I said, this is just beginning. With all these parts, you'll also need to learn version control softwares like Git and GitHub, some Bash script and Linux for shell scripting, networking basics like how HTTP and DNS works with API and how APIs are structured. It is very normal to feel overwhelmed when you start this journey, लेकिन आपको बस एक चीज में एक्सपर्ट होना है to become the top 10%. इसमें obviously थोड़ा समय लगेगा, but once you get the experience, you can have the awesome career for life. All of this path have one thing in common: practice and consistency. So suggest you to keep at your own pace. फिर मिलेंगे ऐसे ही वीडियो के साथ जहां मैं आपको हेल्प करूंगा आपकी जर्नी में. Does not matter if you are beginner or someone who is trying to skill up. I'll keep on adding videos जो आपको एक better software engineer बनाए.